What's up, Transformers fans? I'm Mondo, and this is another Moonbase 84 transmission. And tonight I'm checking out the Transformers Studio series, Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Megatron. But as always, before we roll out, if you could hit that like button, subscribe, and all that jazz, I'd really appreciate it. And here we have Megatron in robot mode in all of his glory. And to start things off, I do think he's a pretty decent figure. I just wanted to keep him back before we take an up-close look, so you can take him all in. You might notice right away, like I did when I took him out of the package, that one thing is, maybe they should have called him Legatron, because to me, he's a little bit leggy. I wish that his torso was a little bit longer. But besides that, I think he's pretty good. Not a lot of paint on him, but he does have some nice sculpted details. And as you can see in the front, I'll just give you a shot of the front here before we take a closer look. And there he is on the side. Also nice and streamlined. Not a lot of junk in the trunk, I guess you could say. And there he is from the back. And that side. So let's take a closer look so you can see all of the details. Starting off, we'll check out that head sculpt, which I really do like. He does have a tiny head because he is a deluxe, but up close, see, really nice. And as I said, not a lot of paint on this guy. And he's a gray. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, a lot of gray, but it's not like really like a dark gray or not even a light gray, obviously. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a dirty gray. Kind of like, you know, how he was in the movie. They try to get that vibe. The Studio Series TF1 Deluxe Prime, same deal in some spots. So there's that. You can see some hits of red on his chest and some black and a little tiny red dot, little circle there. But again, there's that nice sculpt work. Let me adjust my camera. I'm not sure if you're getting all of that. Let's try that. Let's shadow. There you go. So yeah, there's some nice, you see the sculpt work on the bottom of his torso. And of course this, my eyes say it's black, but it could also be like a dark gray for the legs. And you get a little hit of yellow at what would be kind of, I guess his toes. And there he is. And here he's on the side. Again, some more nice sculpt work. He has his fusion cannon. Back up a little, which is really nice. He has this little gun. He's armed to the teeth. I will say this Megatron came to fight, because on the back he has these two guns which are removable, and you can of course put them, if I can do it correctly, really tight there. You can put them in his hands like so you can arm him up to take on Optimus. 4 guns. Yeah, that's kind of packing some heat there, Megs. I do think it's cool how his fists, so for tank mode, his fists are part of the treads when he transforms. So he's got, it almost looks like some kind of when he's in robot mode, his fists kind of look like almost like some kind of weird boxing glove in a way. Just funny. There he is once again. So yeah, pretty cool, I think, looking Megatron. Megatron also articulates pretty nicely too. You got a head swivel. I wish there was a little more tilt, a tiny look up, not much, not really down. And I wish there was some head tilt, but it does swivel side to side. You get a ball joint there, so you can rotate, put his arm out to there. You get swivel at like the elbow. On my copy, this swivel is a little loose. You get full range on the elbow, which is nice. You get a wrist. You get waist swivel. And Legatron can do some nice kicks. The legs this long, you should be able to. Does the splits really well. It does get caught sometimes up in here. Oh, not a thigh swivel. Yeah, there's a thigh swivel. Just really tight. I thought there was a thigh swivel. Let me see. Maybe not. No swivel at the thigh. Just above the knee there. It looks like it. No, I guess not. If there is, mine's tight and I apologize, but you get the swivel at the knee. In this part, it's weird. His leg locks into his knee, so when you have to pop it to get the 90-degree knee bend, and then you can lock it back into place if you just want straight. He's got toe back, toe forward attack, and all sorts of rocker. So like I said, pretty nice articulation on Megs. So I'll go ahead and get him transformed up and we'll take a look at his tank mode. And here's Megatron in his tank mode, and I do think this is a really cool Cybertronian tank mode. I will say that I had a little trouble getting things to line up correctly, so he may be a little off kilter. It was the first time I ever transformed him, was for this video. But we can see, even if it's a little off kilter, he is still a really nice Cybertronian tank. And we'll take a closer look. He's got, again, because he had nice sculpt work in robot mode, he has really nice sculpt work in tank mode. You can see his treads. And I just like the look of this tank. I like how the armatures for the treads go way out. He's got some treads here and treads in the back. So maybe like a little hover aspect, or I don't know. It's not full tread is what I'm trying to get at. Here's the top. Of course, his backpack in robot mode is his gun turret. The fusion cannon is the main barrel of the gun for the turret. And then the little gun on the side of his other hand that I had in robot mode is the end. So really cool with the two little guns on the side. And my eyes suck, but the backpack and the end of this is like a shinier, like silvery gray. And I think you can also, well, first you can lift this up for the turret and you can move it around. It goes all the way up. You say, "Hi, Megs." That's really cool. I also think that you can unplug these if you wanted to, so that everything's properly back in its place where I personally like it. You can take a look at the back. And there's the other side and the underneath. So not a lot of junk in the trunk or underneath in tank mode. So Megatron in both robot and tank mode cleans up pretty nicely, I'd say. He doesn't roll or anything, but still cool. And I also wanted to show that if you wanted to make his cannon, of course, super extended, his fusion cannon, like when he busted it out in the movie to its full form, you can do that by leaving that piece from how you built the barrel for the tank mode. But I think for me, on mine at least, I'm just gonna keep it on this forearm because I think that's a good look as well. Like that. And here's Megatron squaring off with the TF1 Deluxe class Prime. And here they both are just in a straight vanilla pose, so you can kind of see how they look together. As you can see, I think, once again, this torso on Megs is a little too small for my liking. Not long enough, but I think he should have been chunkier, I think. It makes him look too small, I think, compared to the Prime. So that is my look at the Transformers Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Megatron. These figures, I swear, their names are getting bigger and bigger, more and more of a mouthful. But yeah, so final thoughts. I think he is a really decent figure. Again, I mentioned how I think the proportions are off a little bit in the chest. Besides that, he's pretty nice. Oh, and also proportions his legs. So proportions are off a bit, but overall he is a pretty nice figure. I do wish he looked a little better next to the Prime. Again, I think he looks kind of small compared to the Prime because of those proportions, but still on his own he's really nice. I will also say real quick, I know this is a Megatron review. I already reviewed him, and I think I was a little too harsh on the Prime, but that might be a discussion for another day. I didn't do a total turnaround and say he's the greatest figure ever, but I think I was a little bit too harsh. But anyway, as far as Megatron, really nice figure. I just wish these two looked a little bit better together, I guess I'd have to say. Again, because of the proportions. But on his own, really nice. I like his sculpt, I like his articulation, and I like his Cybertronian tank mode. And he's a really nice Megatron figure with actual different options because of where you can, how you can form different gun configurations, where you can put the guns. So that's a little bonus feature. It makes the figure more fun when you can do more things to mess around with him. With that being said, comment to let me know what you think about this Megatron. And as always, thanks for docking.